Well, hello everybody. Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations, and I'm all set up to get started with borders, but I'm going to do some mail and a little haul I did from Tuesday morning before I get started with the borders. So this mail here came from Barb Filion last week, and I forgot to do it last Wednesday, so I thought I would share it this time. She decorated her envelope with just some simple colors and a zigzag. And on the front, she stamped an elephant on the other corner, but on this side, she's got a heart and a Canadian stamp. So that was very nice of Barb. And then she sent me this card. Prompts with Beth Schuler. So this is some she did with Beth. How are things? Hope you are on the mend and Scott's back isn't giving him too much pain. The house is really looking great. Much luck in getting it sold. And then she goes on to talk some more, and I'm not going to read the whole thing, but that's very pretty. And then in here, she's got an ATC. I'll keep the little envelope and stick that in my Happy Mail book. Oh, she's got several Dare to Create cards. So those will go in my big binder, which I don't have handy right now, so I'll wait and put them in just a little bit. Hi, Judy. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Mina. And hi, Mitzi. And she also included, this is from Barb Filion, and she included a couple really pretty napkins. This reminds me of Christmas. So I'll put these aside. I need to do a live one day and just do Happy Mail and get my Happy Mail used up. Then I won one of the auctions that was up to help a fellow crafter, and I won one of them. So I'm just going to quickly go through what Gina sent me in the package. I've already opened it and looked at stuff, but I thought I would share it. So if they have another auction like that, if you guys wanted to participate, you could. I'll just show you everything I got. This popcorn bag is really pretty cool. I'm just going to fold it flat. And she's got one of those little dolls. It's got a little hat pin in it. I love making these little dolls like this too. She's got some really pretty yarn for the hair. And it's just a simple rectangle with some stuffing in it and a couple little bits there and a little face put on it. I think that's very cute. And these are some American Crafts precision pens, fine tipped and multi-purpose writing pens. I'm going to go ahead and open them and throw the packaging away because I can put these right to use. Might as well pull them out. Let's see. We'll open one. See, that's a nice fine tip. So I'm going to set these aside and I'll use them tonight. And then this cute little picture. Sorry about the crinkling. This is one of those little mini easels. And this is a swap I've been wanting to do, where you can buy the little easel set with a little canvas. This was by Gina. Did I put it right side up? Okay. But I thought this would be a fun swap to do sometime. So I'll set that off over here so it doesn't get bumped around too much. And then I've got this envelope of goodies here. Hi, Beth. Hi, Kendra. Hi, Mary. I'm showing what I got in the auction Gina had. And hi, Suze. And I'm just scrolling up to see who all I missed. And for anybody that doesn't know, our roof is done on the house and the garage. Whoop, whoop. I've heard of these. Oh, I've seen little cloth dolls made up. They're called Damn It dolls. But then there's other ones that you're worry dolls. Worry dolls. You're supposed to, children have them to give all their worries to at night. And this one, I guess, could be a cross with a voodoo doll with a pin. But it's just really cute. So cute. I love that she included some beads here. So I could hang her by her bead section here if I wanted to. But it still looks pretty. But worry dolls. If you look up worry dolls, I'm sure you'll get all kinds of stuff pops up. And then there's this stamp set. Never been cut or anything. And it's Stampin' Up. It's Amazing You stamp set. And it's just really pretty. I like the little starburst there. So there's that, and then some feathers on a string, and then just an envelope that, again, I'll flatten and use for something else. And then she sent me one of those really cool, great big bags with the old-timey print on it. I'm keeping all the bags and envelopes separate, and I'll just put the items back in the box. And then she's got this is in here in this great big envelope. I can reuse that. So I got the stamp set. It's a Delusion stamp set. It's better to take a risk than miss a moment of magic. Being happy doesn't mean everything's perfect. It means you decide to see beyond the imperfections. It's just really nice quotes. I like that. These are some mirrored feathers, which I thought was pretty cool. Hi, Teresa. Yeah, she would be a cute ornament. And then this is one of Gina's stencils that she has in her shop that she designed herself. I saw where she said she was sold out of them right now. So I don't know if she's going to get them back in or not. You'll have to get with Gina on that. And then here's another really cool stencil. And then I've never seen these, but they look it's a metal stencil of a really cool looking fish. And this is all the stuff I won in that auction. And then there's a whole package of ephemera and some, looks like paper clay, and some droppers are in there. I haven't opened this and gone all the way through it, and I don't want to do that tonight. I might do that another time. But I love the butterflies that are in there. Hi, Lucia. Hey, Janet. And I got this book here, Trust the Process, An Artist's Guide to Letting Go. So I've got a book to read. And some puzzle pieces. And this really cool cardstock pad. All these beautiful patterned papers. And another envelope of goodies. I think this is just images to color. Or use. See, that's just looks like a piece off a calendar, but it's pretty cool. But they're stamped images. Lots of stamped images. Another thing we could get to do one day is just get together and pull out stamped images people have sent us and have a coloring day. I think that would be fun. See, if I get these colored, then they'll be open and ready to use in, you know, other projects. This feels like it's on watercolor paper. a lot of those dollies. And then the creepy girls, I call them. I can't remember who puts these creepy children out, but they're adorable for Halloween cards. I decided to go through these because I haven't gone through these yet. I don't know who does these. If somebody knows, they can say. There's a creepy octopus. So I've got plenty to color now. I actually have a bunch of images in the drawer over there beside me. That's on a large Rolodex. That's an index card Rolodex. I love that. I love these creepy characters. Might color them up, have them on hand, ready to go. And see, these look like pieces that she's trimmed off when she's made a smaller journal, and she had all these pieces, so she just utilized them and stamped on them. I think that's a great idea. Oh, that's cute with a little squirrel. I'll look at chat here in a minute. Oh, that fairy's pretty. I don't know the names of any of these stamps or anything. That feather's pretty. But those are fun to color and then cut out and put on cards. So I'm going to color these up. But we could have a day to sit and color together. I'll have to come up with a time to do that. And then another bag. I got all of this from Gina Aaron's. These are some really pretty bracelets. This is on that elastic stuff, and these are paper beads. And then she made this one here. These look like polymer clay beads. And then there's another bracelet with a clasp. I'm not going to try to do the clasp ones because I would have to take forever. But then these are just little glass beads, I think, on that one. But I got 3 bracelets. Put them back in there. So I don't know where they got those images. Okay, and then the last thing I got was this bag of stuff. This is some of the fabric that Gina had printed of her artwork. And she sent each person that won an auction a piece of this. See, it says designed by Gina. And this is a knit. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet, but it looks like it'd be fun. And then this is piece done on canvas, mixed media piece on a canvas piece. That's by Gina. And then here's some on just a scrap of, it feels almost gauzy. Could be a piece of lightweight muslin. And then here's just a piece of drop cloth canvas, which I thought this would make a really cool journal cover or two. So that's what I got in the auction that I won. And I know, I think, I want to say there were 8 boxes that were up for auction. And I had bid on 2, but this is the only one I won, which was okay. That gave a chance for other people to get a box. So this was a lot of fun, and I hope that the crafter that receives the money from the auction, you know, appreciates it, which I know she will. And I wish her husband well. I'm just going to put this all back in the box. I wanted to, might just leave this where I can see it. Maybe not. I'll do that later. So that was my mail that I've gotten in. And now I'm going to share what I picked up at Tuesday morning today. I picked up some licorice for my mom for her birthday, so I'm not going to share that. These were the earrings I put together with Tanya when we got together on her channel the other day and did some beading. And these were the earrings that I made. So I just thought I'd show those real quick. And now for the stuff I got at Tuesday morning. I got these napkins because they got butterflies on them. And these look like chrysanthemums. And then here's these. And that has a gorgeous dragonfly on there. And then I got these rubber stamps. Got 3 sets. Butterflies, the owl with the feathers, and then some positive messages. And I got 2 sets so I can give a set away. And along with the set of stamps, I'll include some of these napkins and the green pair of the earrings. I think I'll include those. So if you'd be interested in winning this stamp sets, there's 3 stamp sets here. The same ones I'm going to keep for myself. I picked up those to give away tonight. I'm going to also include the earrings and then some of these napkins, probably 2 or 3 of each of the napkins. So I'm going to take this piece of paper over here. I'm going to write a number on it. We've got how many people in here? 33 people in here. All right. I've written a number on here, and I want y'all to just, if you want to win it, you've got to put a number in between 1 and 50. And I just hit go. Give you all a chance to all throw in there. Got lots of some new names. Oh, Crops for Fun. I haven't seen you in here in a long, long time. How are you? Is that about everybody? I'll give it another 30 seconds. If you get the earrings and you don't have pierced ears, but you know somebody that would appreciate them, you can give them on to someone. All right, just a couple more minutes. And only one number, and I'm going to pick the first number that you put up. Okay, Mary, gotcha. Mary replaced a duplicate. Okay, I'm just going to put in stop. Oh, you've had an exchange student. All right, so the number I wrote down was 41, and I think I saw somebody had 41 as it was scrolling by. Erin. Was Erin the first one to put 41 in? Let's see. I think she was. I think she's the only one to put 41 in. So Erin Klossner, you win the 3 stamp sets, the earrings, and 2 or 3 of these napkins. Okay, so you'll need to email me your mailing address. So if you'll email me to the email I just put in, that'd be awesome. And put in it prize winner as your subject line so that I'll see it, okay? So there you go. Thanks for everybody playing along. And now we'll get to playing with our games. I need to write Erin's name on here. Erin, it's Klossner. Klossner. Okay, awesome sauce, as they say. Hopefully the dog won't need to go out in the middle of the evening because I took her out right before we started. So what I did for this week is I actually started the borders, and we're going to finish out a row so that I can have a full page, because I never got back to last week's finishing it out. I need to do that one day. Was it Mina? Mina had said to do what was it? Lost in Space. Well, I looked up Lost in Space, and that robot looked really, really complicated. So I kind of cheated, and I decided to just do cutesy little robots. So let me show you what I've got started here. See the little robots I've got started? And I can't get it in any closer. I can pick them up, I guess. So there's the little robots I have started. All right. So I was doing girl, boy, girl, boy. So I'll show you how I did. I found these on Pinterest. So these are somebody else's actual original sketches, but I'm just trying to duplicate what she did. So for the little girl, she's really, really easy. You make a box for her head. Just make a little square box. And then go ahead and put her hat on, because I found it's easier if you draw a line at an angle and then just make it rounded over like a half circle, and then round her head to go up under the hat. It's just so much easier. And then make like a little black squared off circle shape, and then do another heavy circle on top of that. And then on the sides of the square, you do a zigzag, like you've used pinking shears. And that's all it is for her hair. Okay, her face is nothing but 2 little black dots and a smile. And then you give her a little neck. And then there's a rectangle that's about the same width as her head. Just make a little rectangle there. And then from the rectangle, you come down at an angle. And then along the bottom, just do wavy line to make it look like her skirt is ruffly. Then you get 2 black little stumps come out from under her skirt, just a little ways. Then put kind of a little oval there at the bottom, and then do a, what's it called, where parallelogram, or no. You do one at an angle and one straight, and then flat across the bottom. So the back of her foot is a straight down, the front of her foot's at an angle, and then you make a line from one to the other. And then it made it look like you put just an outline around the bottom of it for the sole of her shoe. And then her arms are just stick arms with a moon attached. And I just thought she was so stinking cute and so easy. So that's how you do the little girl. Aren't they cute? All right, now the little guy is a little bit more involved, but I started with his head, which I did like 2 parentheses like this, and then made a kind of a scoop into the top of his head, and then make an upside down bowl inside the scoop, and then do a little, like he's got a chimney coming out of his head. And then you just create a chain, which on some of these, I made it look like it went off the page and then came back on over here, of just little squares hooked together. And then at the end of that, you add a little moon. And that's his head. On either side of the parentheses marks, you make a little box. I guess these are his ear things. And then after you've made that little box, you make a little smaller box that sticks out the side of that. And there's the side of his head. Then give him a chin. like that. Now his eyes are, just go ahead and do 2 big circles. And then you want to, on the outer edges, you make a parentheses mark inside the eye to make it, give it depth. And you do it on the other eye. And then he just has 2 little circles like that. And then you just give him a little smiley face. Okay, then he needs a neck. So you can make his neck however long you want to. And then his body is a series of shapes. You can't really call them anything because this is kind of scooped with a parentheses and a parentheses, and then scoop around like this. And then they showed a piece that stuck out here but came up and kind of angled up to the other side. And then you give him this thing that looks like kind of like a diaper. So come down a little bit and then curve around and go across like a crotch area. And then this side comes up and like that. So it looks like you drew a little pair of underwear on the bottom. He's going to be a little bit taller than my space allows, but I'm going to let him. And then we got to work on his legs. So you give him a couple thighs. And then do kind of a, I don't know what it's called. It's not really an oval because it's more pointy at the corners. So that's his knees. And then you have to come down and give him some little shins. And then you make up his feet any old way you want to. I did just like I did for the girl. I did an angle, then come straight at the heel, and an angle, and then draw a line in between, and then make it look like he's got slippers on. That's the only way I can think to describe it. And then he needs some arms. And I just did 2 lines. And then I tried to make it look like he had like his fingers this way, but then I gave him kind of a little thumb. So you do like a half moon and then come up and do a thumb. So that's not too bad. He's a little bit bigger than he's supposed to be. Well, hi, Sandra Miranda. I've got a lot of people in here I don't recognize. Hi, Rosemary. I have an idea that is inspired by Mary, and I don't know whether I want to try to do it on camera or if I'll just do a video. But I'll tell you after we get done doing the borders. Hi, JL. I almost missed you. I've turned the air conditioner off, so if I'm too loud, you guys let me know, and I will quiet myself. Because I turned the air off because it's like 79 degrees outside, it said, but it looks like the heat's gone back up a little bit. But we're supposed to get a cool front this weekend. Hi, Arlene. Hi, Carrie. Little C. Hi, AJ. Sorry, I've missed so many people. Joyce, Cheryl, Nancy, Deborah. All right, I think I've got you all caught up now. So that's how I did the little girl and the little boy robots. I'm only going to do one of each. And what I'll do is I'm going to scan this in and put it into our border folder in the group. I don't know if I've been doing that. I need to double check that. But I need to have a place where y'all can print them off and see them. Yeah, we've got so many folks here tonight. Thanks for coming. All right, so the next one is also by Mina. And this one, these are supposed to be bears, you guys. And this is what I did is I went on Pinterest and I said, I just want a simple coloring page of a bear. That's all I want. Because these borders are supposed to be doodly fun things. Well, this is the bear that I came up with. So I'm going to try again to do a couple more bears here. And for some reason, I've been wanting to start with his behind, simply because that way I can gauge the space. So if I take and I do his foot, and his feet are flat, with an oval up. And then it looked like it came like this. And then this oval's out. See, my bear's going to look funny again. Oh, well. My bear has issues. I give him his tummy. You know what it is? I didn't give him any toe marks on these other tries. And he's got a couple on this front foot. Maybe that'll improve him a little bit. And then his head, I could put this where you guys could see it to draw the bear too. His ear comes up. Oh, this bear doesn't have cute little ears. This bear looks more like an elephant. Okay. It's not a very good bear. So, do I draw good every day? No. These are looking more Berenstein bearish instead of a cute bear. Oh, he looks mad too. Oh, boy. I've ticked that one off. He's mad. Thanks. All right, I'm going to try one more time at a bear. Let me see if I can make this one a happy bear instead of such an angry bear. See if I come down. The robot's going to be standing on this bear. I need to do a study of bears and try to get better at bears. This poor bear. Well, with any luck, this alien guy, robot, can be covering so I don't have to do his ears as much. We got Scott's car back, and the garage said they couldn't hear any problem with his tie rod end. Scott thought he had a tie rod end going. They said they couldn't hear anything, and I'll give him an ear on one side. That robot is sticking his foot in the bear's ear, I guess. So that was my attempt at bears. It's not perfect by any means, but I tried. Now the next one, I wrote Deborah City. So I think that's River City. I just put Deborah City on my notes. And she had put the beach fence with seagulls. And all I did for it was just do some little rectangles into nothingness at different heights. Because, at the beach, they are like that. Where they go up and down on the dunes. And I just did a row of those, just like that. It's just make a little rectangle, but leave one side off. And then just make it look like there's a rope that runs from one to the other. And you do that 3 times. At least that's what it looked like when I looked them up on there. And this one could be a lot of fun if you did a page that was beach themed. And then what I did is I put a little bit of the seagrass, just do some quick marks like that. So it looks like there's bits of the, I don't know, marsh grass. And then the seagulls are just two little bumps. And you know, the smaller you make your two little bumps, the farther away the seagulls look. Does that make sense? Hi, AJ. So let me hold it up real quick. I'm trying not to expose the next hideous thing I've decided to do. But there's the robots. We're going to call that our, what did you say that? Now I'm wanting to say Land of the Lost, Lost in Space. And there's bears, and then the beach fence with seagulls. That's what I've got done so far. The borders is something we started last month. So we do 8 borders each week. And I'm doing the best I can with the suggestions. So if they aren't, perfect, forgive me. Hi, Shirls. Welcome. Hi, Holly. I didn't see you sneak in, you sneaky thing. All right. So the next one came from Sharon Lombard. And she said turtles. And okay, I'm going to tell you right now, this is the picture I am going from. Okay. It's a coloring page off Pinterest that you can print off for your kids. Let's see if I can get it where you can see it so you could use it as a tool. And this is what I came up with so far. My poor little turtles. They don't look so hot. And I found it's a lot easier to draw these and keep my border going if I orient the page this way. So I'm starting with his fanny. Oh, okay. That's fine. So I leave room for the little feet and the tail to stick out. And then I just do kind of a wobbly kind of oval shape like that. Because the edge of their shell is not smooth. It's all kind of wobbly. And then I put his tail on. And then I give him a wiggly woggly foot out the back. Because they have toes. And then this must be some type of sea turtle. Because it's got the little things like this. And then I gave him his neck. He's got a band, it looks like, on his right by his head. And then it came up and does like kind of a point. And on either side, there's like just a place where his eyes are. And then they show where they've got this inner border on around the shell. So I just kind of sketchily done that. And then in here, I just did the centerpiece first because it's easier. So they had a half circle at that end, and kind of it comes up at an angle, and then it's got a flat side, and then you just kind of make little blocks that hook together that go straight up his middle. And it doesn't have to be straight or anything. And it hooks to the other one. And then down these sides, it looks like everywhere in the center of each section, that's where you divide this. At least that's what it looks like. I don't know. We'll see. And that's how I did these turtles. And that's the best looking one so far. So I guess it's like Mary said, the more you do, the better it gets. Hi, Mary Hill. I seem to have a shadow for some reason tonight. Ow, my knees are hurting. I don't know if that helps or makes it worse. It's a little better, I guess. So I'm not going to try to do another turtle, but that's how I do them. I do one at the farthest corner and then just work. This one didn't work out at all. But I started at the outside edge, and then I just worked from their behind forward. I guess you could start over here with a head, and then that way you could do your distance and starting at the head, whichever works for you. All right. So the next one I had Kathy B. So I'm not sure which Kathy it was. It just said Kathy B. And she had said paintbrushes. So this is kind of my paintbrushes. And these are very sketchy. There's a bead rolling around kind of things. And what I did is, and I tried to make them cross here and there, but I'll do one that's standing on its own. So on these, I started where the bristles had come out, and I did kind of like that. And then I came up and had like a little bar section, and that would be where the, where it's kind of bound down tight to the stick. And then I just did whatever felt like a nice brush space. And then I just gave it some bristles like that. So mine must be real hair, because they look like real hair. And then I just would draw, and I'm not going to go all the way up. I would give it a handle. And I made these look like kids' paintbrushes, since this was kind of a back to school thing. So I'll do another one over here. Mary's probably better at doing paintbrushes than I am. I was trying to think of what would a child's paintbrush look like, because they those chunky ones they give to the kindergartners and stuff, they're really full bristles, kind of fat at the end. And then their little hands have to have fatter handles, because they usually have a fatter handle. And I thought it would be fun to come in with markers, and color each of these, or add some color to the bristles. I guess you could make straight bristles too if you wanted to. I just thought it would be fun to make them look more chunky, like they're little kids' paintbrushes. So that's how I did the paintbrushes. Hi, Christy. I'm going to send out some happy mail to those that had said that they're shut-ins, or they just lack supplies because they're just getting started. That's why I asked about that. I'm just going to go through my stash and put together some care packages for those that can't get out to get some different stuff. I pick up a lot of stuff at thrift stores, and I would like to share it. So that's why I asked that in the group. And if you have plenty of supplies but would like a card, you could put your name on there and just put card, But mainly that was to help those that are, housebound, can't get out, would like something pleasant in their mailbox. That light is just not helping me at all. It's just irritating me. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to go with it and hope it looks all right. So that's what I was going to do with that. Let me, let's get some paint color. Let's add paint colors to our paintbrushes. Just real quick. I'm not in a huge hurry. I'm not going anywhere. But I thought, what if you just put the paint up part way? Like that. And I've got wax paper between the pieces, so I'm not gonna ruin you know, another page. And most of those children's paintbrushes, the handles usually seem to be red or blue. I don't know if there's something to that. I was sitting there waiting for Scott's car to finish up, and it was like this whole group of retired teachers came in, and they had them a reunion. They all knew each other. It was so funny. They were all talking about, yeah, the younger teachers were talking about setting up their classrooms, and all I could think of is, whew, glad it's not me. I was laughing. I thought it was funny. My sisters, Robin and Rhonda, both are teachers, and they've been setting up their classrooms and offices. So there, we got paintbrushes now. I'm wondering if I go in here to the camera controls that I got on here. I'm looking for, here we go. Ooh, is that too bright? Come back a little bit. See if that looks a little better. That's a little sharper. All right. All right. So the next one, I didn't have a name attached to it, so I don't know who recommended it, but it was just musical notes. Are these true musical notes? I don't remember. It's been too long since piano lessons, so I'm just kind of faking it here. And I just do a circle and kind of fill it in, and then on the back side of it, you make a little mark. This is something that would be very, have a lot of rhythm to it, so that it would be something you could sit and mindlessly do. Circles with tails. Put a couple of them together and attach them. Some of them are the other way. They go from the top down. Yeah, I took 6 years of piano lessons and I can't play a thing. I lost interest in it. My grandmother wanted me to continue, so she kept making me continue. So from the age of 6 to 12, I took them, but I didn't. When I lost interest at about 9, it was insisted I continue because my mother had quit piano lessons and she wasn't going to let me quit. But that last 3.5 years was, oh, yeah. Will Wendy's let you sit there for an hour and a half? Well, I don't know. So that was music notes. All right. The next one was from Violet. I can't remember what Violet wanted us to do. Let me peek. Oh, thank you, Violet. It was something easy. Violet had letters. So I just did dot letters, and I've gotten to P. And what you do when you make dot letters is everywhere your lines meet, you add a dot. So I'm on Q. So I'll do this circle and then the line. And so I do a little dot right where they meet, and then on either end of that, and that's the dots on that one. R, line down. So I do a dot at the end of the marks, and at the top where the back and the front meet, and then a dot there. S, you would just make a dot at the beginning of the line and at the end of the line. So you get the idea. Everywhere you've got a couple lines meet and the lines end, you add dots. S, T, U, and so on. So that's something you can do if you want to come up with a word and do some words in your own writing. Like you can find this kind of stuff, this writing and techniques. You can find it where they add loops and things. And just go and get you a piece of paper and write out some inspirational sayings or whatever, just like this. And then you can have them cut up. And when a prompt or a page calls for a saying, you have it already done. So, yeah. I don't know, Erin, but I guess it could be considered a Tinker Toy because Tinker Toys have those little balls that you put on the ends of the sticks. I think they were just called dot letters, if I remember right. Holly, I'm glad you love the bears. They, I think they're in search of their Coca-Cola, and they haven't found it yet. They look tired and grumpy. They don't look happy. All right, one more, and this one's from Sherry, and it was Jellybeans. Jellybeans look like beans. You just kind of do a wobbly bean-looking thing. And I thought these would be funny to color in. Now, that's not a very good, that looks more like a cashew. That's not a very good jelly bean. Your both ends are about the same size. That's a little bit better. It's not great, but. Oh, I was telling Tanya yesterday when we were beading that my eyes were starting to hurt. This is going to be a small jelly bean. And then when I was getting ready for bed last night, I noticed I have a sty on my right eye. So I had to pull out my eye scrub stuff, and I've got to start using it all the time. I looked up on the internet what to do. These are jelly bellies, and these are regular jelly beans. So these are the jelly bellies on this end, so they have to have dots on them. Color them orange, and you got Cheetos. Janice, let me tell you, do you know those hot, really hard Cheetos that are out? Oh, Scott and I can really put those away. If Greg has them at the house, we can't resist them. We're not supposed to eat that stuff. There's some very bright jelly beans. The tips on these failed before the markers did, and I really liked these brush tips when I first got them, but it seems the brush tip on them fails before the ink is all used up, and I didn't think I was all that rough on them. Let's see. Yes, I love cheese. I just love cheese. Now, I don't like the really stinky cheeses like Scott likes. Scott likes really, ugh, the ones that really stink. I think blue cheese is the most aged that I like. Oh, I love the flaming hot ones too, Lucia. Those are delicious. Oh, this jelly bean, I don't know. Maybe this one's licorice. It's just not quite all the way black. That used to be the only kind I would eat is the licorice ones. Here, we got to have some Cheetos mixed in with the jelly beans. See, this tip is just gone. And this orange doesn't even look true orange anymore. That looks more red. do some of the jelly bellies on this end. Scott said that there was a cold front supposedly headed our way. And I told him, I said, well, you do know that our son's birthday is next Saturday, not the 17th, but the 24th. And I said, and you know that what happens every 24th, as soon as his birthday comes, it turns cool or cold. He had to stay in the hospital a week after he was born because he was meconium stained. That just means he had a bowel movement before he was born, and he inhaled it in his lungs and had to stay for that. And then he got jaundice. Anyway, I had nothing but the cute little summer outfit to bring him home in because it was supposed to be summer. I had just suffered through 114-degree temperatures, big as a barrel pregnant. So all I had with me was a little cute sunsuit, and I ended up having to put a sweater on him and wrap him in blankets because I didn't have anything like that. Hi, Tanya. It was so cold I could have put him in a full piece snowsuit thing. All right, so there's our borders, you guys, and I think I would like to color. I saw Mary's borders in her book, and she's got them colored, and they just look adorable colored up, the colors. So I'm going to think of a way to do my background strips on everything. So Tanya's here. Journey's here. Hi, Journey. Did I miss anybody else? If I missed you, say hi again, and I will say hi because it's hard when I'm working to see everybody. Brandon's birthday is the 29th. What year was he born, Tanya? Greg was born in 86. It'll kill me if they were born the same year. That would be so funny. Whew, that's good. Your son then is the same age as my niece. So my son's a little bit older than yours. Ooh, I don't know. See, that's something I should have put on my list when I went to the store is highlighters, because my highlighters are about dried up. And all I've got is these wimpy little ones. See? Yeah, that's about dried up. But see, the color just makes everything bounce. And then if I went back in with a heavier marker and filled in this bit, that's why this is called Doodle Play. So you can go back and revisit it and the whole idea is to show you guys how to do things that you can just sit and add to a page, you know, when it says add a border at the end. That's what you can do. I keep trying to find narrow masking tape, like a 1/4 inch thick masking tape. I'm sure I could use washi tape. I bet I've got some 1/4 inch washi tape. Oh, missed that one. Oh, that messed up. It's all right. I see the chat's moving again. But the color on the background just really makes everything pop. Look in the drafting section at Hobby Lobby. Oh, that reminds me. I went to Hobby Lobby today too, and I got more tacky glue, and I filled this up. This here, the glue will dry in it, so I have to like poke a pin or like this paper clip in there. I told Scott it needs a pin like y'all have in that art glitter glue. They need to add a pin to this, and then this would be perfect. And then when you squeeze this here, the glue comes up to the tip. And you don't have to shake and shake. You just squeeze a little bit. Once it's all the way full and you seal this, never open this again, and then you'll be able to squeeze it, and the pressure from the air displacement pushes the glue up, and it comes out really fine. So you get just a little drop instead of a big glob, and I think I'm going to enjoy it. But I went and I got another tacky glue for that. And I saw something and I had to get it. I think I've got enough to make a blouse for myself, and then some little bags. Let me show you. I saw this. I was walking by and I saw these and I had to get some. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? It's got little beehives and bees and flowers. And then I also bought this because it was $2 a yard, and there's enough here for a dress. I'll have to get some lining fabric though to make a skirt or an underdress because it's sheer. But I thought that would make a really pretty dress. It was only $2 a yard. This was not just $2 a yard. I think this was $6.99 and then 30% off. But I've got enough there to make a blouse. And I think, oh, and the other thing I got was this here, the gel color in super red. I'm going to make a red velvet cake for my mother. So let's see, what do you guys? Oh, when I worked at Michael's, we had duct tape with macaroni on it, popcorn on it, tie-dye, blue jean, chevron, SpaghettiOs. It was just crazy, all the duct tape things you had on there. So this is our last week for artist trading card creating backgrounds. So we're going to have to come up with something else to do. We can switch and just do backgrounds in a book if you guys want. I'll show you. I started myself a new Pick 10 journal to do with Lisa. And I'll show you. I'm going to do the pages. I've already cut them. If you remember, I cut some to size because I wanted to. My Pick 10 book was getting fat. So I pulled some pages out and cut them down to fit in this that I made with Lisa during a Pick 10. This was one of the ones we did. I can't remember what it was called, and I don't know if Lisa's here, where we had to glue a bunch of stuff down and then do our Pick 10 on top of it. What's that called? I don't remember what it's called. But this is the little journal I made with Lisa. And see, I've cut these to fit in here. I didn't punch the holes in it yet. And I can cut more paper this size. Assemblage. Yes, Janet. So this is the cover I did assemblage on, and then I did the Pick 10. So this is actually the front of the journal. So these will go in here. And so the first one that's going in here is the one I did with Lisa on Monday night. And this is what I did. And how I got the white borders is I just took my piece of paper and I put it down on the table, and I used my masking tape, and I just eyeballed to get the 1/4 inch covered all the way around, and some of it's a little narrower, but I love how that turned out. So the rest of the pages in here, yeah, the rest of them will be done like this with Lisa. I'm going to put the tape and just tape my paper down to the table. The only problem I'll have is if she comes across a prompt that says, turn the page around or upside down or whatever. So this is going to be my Pick 10 journal for the rest of the year. And I'll just do them all the same way. Oh, and the other thing I did is I'm not going to do anything on the back because I wrote the prompts on the back. So I'll always have the prompts that I used to create this on the back of it. And I put the date and that I did it with Lisa. So that's how I'm going to do my Pick 10s from now on until this is full, which will take a little while. So I've got my sheet down, and Lucia asked a question. We already have 8 in our binder. Let me get my binder out. I'll show you. We've done 8, and all of the prompts are in the group in the file section under Dirty Dozen prompts. So these are the ones that we've done so far, weeks 1 through 8. So this is our last week. And if you have to use a prompt session from somebody else to have enough to fill your thing, just as long as you note it on the back where you did the prompts. These are the ones we did last week. I'll pull one out so you can see it. This is what I came up with. And I made a very gold coin to go on it with some gold that I had in my stash. And it says, create what makes your heart dance and your soul sing. And then this was from the previous weeks. So this is it. This is it. Last day to sign up for the swap is today. So if you're not signed up in the group and you want to participate, you would really have to work hard to come up with 9 ATCs for 5 different people. So you must have missed one somewhere. I've got them all in there. I put them all in order, and I labeled them weeks 1 through 8. So this is it. And see here, do we want to do kitty cat cards or somebody else? I think I had already split these and said we'd start at the top. So I might just use these. And I need a piece of paper to write the prompts down. And I've got one right here. We're going to start with our alternates. And I know Mary's playing along. So I'm going to call the alternates out. I'm not going to keep track of who all's playing. And when I get a ready, I just move on. What you do is you just grab a pen and you write the prompt down and then just do what you can to catch up. Some people can do some prompts fast, and then other people need a little bit more time, but you can take a minute and write a prompt down and then catch up. And then the next prompt for you might go fast and it might go slower for me. So there's always time in between the prompts for you to catch up. There's always time. Because if I get slowed down, then you can catch up on 2 or 3 things. And, so don't worry that you're not working fast enough. Just take a minute, write it down. This is not supposed to be stressful. It's not a speed thing. I just go at my speed. And then if one other person says they're ready, I just go. Okay? You know what, Janice? I have a board I could do that with, or one of my trays. That is an excellent idea. Just get it and tape it to a board, and that way I can lift it. Awesome. All right, here's your alternates. If you do not like something I call out, you get an opportunity to use 4 different alternates. Alternate 1 is use black. Alternate 2, write a positive word or phrase. Okay. Number 3, use metallic paint. And number 4, alternate, is doodle with 3 different markers. I think I'm going to go ahead and leave these as they are. And then I'm going to give this deck a shuffle because some of these are ones we used last week. So let me shuffle these up. These are harder to shuffle. All right, prompt 1, you guys. Prompts are 1, add flowers. You can glue flowers down. You can draw flowers, anything, any way to add flowers. If you have a flowery napkin and you want to use it, feel free. I think I am going to stamp some flowers. Ow. And for a twist, I'm going to use Timber Brown instead of the black. And I'm not real concerned if these are like perfect stamps because, you know, these are going to get covered up a lot. And I didn't put my piece of craft foam in here or not. So I don't have anything to put pressure on underneath this. Very good. So that means I need to get the groups done in the morning. It might be closer to afternoon before I get them, you know, out for everybody, simply because I have to go for that booster for that shot that they gave me for the, I think it was for the pneumonia and pneumococcal or something. I don't know. But I got to go for the booster on that. And if I just happen to see the doctor, I might say, hey, should I do anything special for this sty on my eye? Scott's got an eye doctor's appointment on Friday. I'm going to do the ghost print until this is empty. fill in some of these other spots. What's that called? Bouquet? I think. All right. Journey Above. Journey has a question. Becky, where did you find the bee fabric? Hobby Lobby. And she said they just got it in, and I bought what was left on the bolt. Hang on just a sec. Oh, I got my purse right here. I was thinking I can give you the SKU number so they can type it into their machine and find it. That's Tuesday morning. I had all kinds of receipts in my purse. I got to balance the checkbook. All these. Hobby Lobby. Oh, they don't do like Joann's. It was $6.99 a yard. And it's in the novelty prints. It says it's printed exclusively for Hobby Lobby stores. So it's printed exclusively for them. All right. Let me know when somebody's ready. It just called to me as I walked by. It's like, hey, lady, I need to go home with you. Yeah, that's something I did not buy was any of the lace. I didn't even look at it. Scott was, because we had to have his car to the garage so early this morning. And then I got there and they acted like they didn't know what I was talking about. Because I got up before Scott and I wanted to get it in so they could, have it fixed. Okay, I've got it ready. Let me call the next prompt. So I wanted to get it in there first thing this morning. All right, add fiber or lace is number 2. Add fiber or lace. And I think I'm going to do metallic paint. So Scott, while I was in Hobby Lobby, we went, let me back up. We went and we dropped the car off, and then we went to Powdersville to go to Cracker Barrel. Let me tell you, I need to make Cracker Barrel one of those places I go, even though I absolutely adore it, I need to either make better choices or don't get Uncle Herschel's or the grandma's special or whatever it is, because my blood sugar shot to 220, which is not good. And he didn't get home till like 1:30 anyway. He got partway home and they called him back. So we had that weird storm move through here last night, and I think it knocked the power out down there again. So I'm going to nix the fiber lace for me, and I'm just going to use the sapphire deco art that I've never opened. So of course it's going to take me forever because I can't get a hold of that plastic. I agree with Mary. They need to have better ways to open these. Have a place where it zips off like salad dressing has. Salad dressing has it. Where it's perforated. Yes. Oh, the sapphire is gorgeous. This is one of those Deco Art Extreme Sheen paints. And they have it at Hobby Lobby. Extreme Sheen. It's got a lot. Oh, this is so pretty. Lisa would like this. wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't already have it in her stock of fun stuff. I know she likes blue. I like blue too. I like nature colors of greens and browns the best though. Whoa, 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 whoa. I was thinking about the trouble. After I've already applied this, I was thinking about the trouble I was having last week because of the metallic paint I used. Hopefully I won't have that same problem this week. It's like nothing wanted to stick to the metallic paint. I'm going to let her out of her box to walk around. The cats are all outside anyway. All right. Woo, that's blue. It's very blue. Let me go pick the cat food up and I'll be right back. Because you're not a cat, are you? All right, I did pick up the morsels so you can clean up the floor like you always do. There you go. Straight to the kitchen, to the cat where the cat food lives, of course. Oh, hi, Suzanne. One of the cats got one of my pretty yellow butterflies today. I came home from getting Scott's car picked up, and one of the wings was laying on the porch. Enjoy your dinner, Cheryl. Did I miss any peacock pearl? Peacock pearl. I'll have to write that down. Just what I need, another excuse to go to Hobby Lobby. Yeah, but I just love this extreme sheen. It is very, very shiny. Okay, Sharon Lombard's ready. Hi, Sharon Lombard. I've got blue paint on me. All right. Oh, number 3 is gesso out an area. So I'm going to use black gesso. And because I'm doing the artist trading cards, I'm just going to do a few small areas here and there. So I'll just pick up a little bit of this. Doesn't say it has to be thick. All right. Hello, Bernadette. Yourself. What's your matter? Hey. Are you happy? Dragon breath. Whew. Who's leaving? Oh, Dawn had to go. Oh, enjoy your dinner, Dawn. Keep in mind, this is only prompt 3, so we've got a whole bunch more that's going to go on top of this, so that black will, not be as crazy. It won't look as crazy later, believe me. Now it looks too purple. Oh, wow. All right, Sharon's ready. I'm going to pull a card. I was playing with the settings. Drip paint down your page. Drip paint down page. Well, I've already used the metallic paint, and I did the flowers, and I gessoed out an area. I guess I'll do drip the paint down the page. Bernadette. Bernadette. What doing? What you doing? Oh, don't do red. It always looks like blood. You're all right. What's the matter? You're all right. Since I'm doing artist trading cards, I might just drip it to where it falls on the page instead of trying to drip it down the page. I think I might have better luck. And then once it's dripped down, or splatter down, I can make it run. Probably getting it on my computer even. Doesn't say it has to drip in any particular direction, right? Yeah, that. What are you doing? Can't take you out right now. You could. Right. Thank you, Holly. You'd think they'd have other things to do besides come in an art group, be a painting. Are you thirsty? Come here. You thirsty? Here. Oh. All right, I'm gonna have to dry this. See what we get. Ah, I got you, Susan. You're probably right. But what sad lives they must lead if that's their, if that's what they do to get happy. They need a hobby. All right. Bernadette, lay down. Kind of looks like the ghost from Ghostbusters spewed here. Oh, gosh. One time I went to a live that was kind of close to me, and it made no sense. So I just left. Now that's talent, Hallie. That's talent. She conked a troll from the car. Bernadette, lay down. You're so busy. Got 43 folks in here now. Welcome to anybody I missed. And hello if you're new. Yeah, I don't really care for this JL. I could do without the drips down the page. And I'm usually, the first thing I want to grab is red. And then it looks like you've got a bloody page. Like you've got the world's worst paper cut. How's everybody doing? Are you ready? I'm going to call another prompt. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Stencil with white. Stencil with white. Well, Kathy. Hey, Kathy. Yeah, we had a troll, but Holly got him with her car. I mean, from the car. Hey, Jim. You're in that case. Where's my big box? My big box of stencils. I think I use this one a little bit. It's really stained. I've tried soaking this stencil and everything, and it just will not come clean. Ooh, I don't know what's going on with the screen there for a minute. When you're stenciling, if you stamp off most of the paint so you have just a very little bit on your sponge, it works better. You don't end up with it seeping under the edge of your stencil. Yeah. Words, Becky. Words are important. This is where if you try to hit just the areas where you put black down before, the white really pops. I don't think the camera likes metallic paint either, so it might be good that I'm getting some of it covered up. Yeah, see, I don't know what's going on with that. I did change one setting. Let me go back in and change it back. There we go. No, it's still carrying on. Gregory got upset with us because we kept calling and calling and calling, trying to get him to wake up to pay the poor roofer. The roofer couldn't get him to come to the door, so I just started calling him and kept calling him. And I'm like, look, all you got to do, dude, is throw on a pair of shorts, open the door, and hand the man the check. I said, come on, you can hand the man a check. Don't make me drive 2 hours to come pay this guy. I said, come on, kid. Here we go. I don't know. Is the screen jumping all over the place for you guys like it is for me? Do you think my pattern is so busy it can't get over itself? Okay, is it? Oh yeah, it's still doing it. I tried to alleviate the white from the I don't know. You're still on prompt 1? That's all right. Well, thank you, Mina. It's the actual art. It's probably the metallic paints messing it up. Let's see if it still does it with the white upside down. I know I can't work like that, but it'll give you guys a rest between prompt. See, now it's stopped. It's that metallic paint. It did that with Lisa that one time too, and she was using right here. That's where I'm writing down the prompts. I think it's the metallic paint because it stopped now. See how it stopped? And then if I flip this back over, it's like see there it's going. It's the metallic paint. Well, I'm going to save you guys and go throw this in the sink, and I'll be right back. I'm sorry it's not something pretty to look at, but better than making y'all crazy. You okay? You want ice cube in your car? Cool it off a little bit more. Oh, and cold. Yeah. All right. It's a sensitive Sally camera. Oh, talking about Sally. Greg's Sally cat that has decided to stay, I guess. She was just wondering what on earth was going on outside, and the other 2 cats were hiding under the covers with Greg. So Greg now has 3 cats, and we have 4 if you count Spot. Take care, Arlene. I don't know. The ceiling fan is on also, so it might be flipping a little bit of light too, but I don't have the air conditioner on. I got a fan going. She is cray-cray. That kitten is cray-cray. She's just crazy. She'll come running at you and jump in the air at you with her paws all out in the air. Yeah. Yep, it's definitely that paint. But hopefully with the next few prompts, we can cover up some more of the metallic paint. All right, Sharon is ready, so I'm going to pull the next one. Add a napkin. All right, so I can put a napkin on over this and get it to quit doing that. Add a napkin. Let me go grab something. And I'm going to need my glue brush and the glue. Oh, sorry, honey. I'm sorry. I forgot you follow me. I keep forgetting the dog is about blind and all she sees is lights and darks. She just walked straight into the cart. You all right? And Sally's tail is almost as long as her body. She's so funny looking. I think she's a Burmese mix of something. I think that's all of them. And see, I never try to put a napkin down whole. It's just impossible. I just rip it into pieces. Bachelor buttons. They're one of my favorite flowers. I love them. Okay. I'm going to see if getting it covered up with a napkin will help us. This glue brush has seen better days, that's for sure. Oh, that's not going to help, Beck. That's the water. It's okay. Spot heard me in the kitchen, and he's jumping up the door now. No, wrong one, Beck. So we're going to go to my mom's on Saturday for her birthday and catch up with her. So let's see. Greg's going to be 33, and my mom was 40 when he was born, so she's going to be 73. So is the napkin helping? Is it still jumping? I haven't really looked up to see. I don't care if the napkin covers everything because it's so see-through. I think it'll be fine. I'm just hoping it'll help that camera chill out. Cover up this last little bit and see if that. I'll look at chat here in just a sec, guys. So I'll put together the teams as soon as I get home from the doctor's getting that shot in the morning. I will need to do it tomorrow because the next day my arm will be in so much pain I won't be able to stand it. Last time it was like I thought, oh, this isn't hurting at all, but it was the next day. It was the day after that it hurt like a felt like somebody punched me in the arm. Okay, let me look and see. Is it still doing it? Is it better now? I made a necklace, and in yesterday's live over with Tanya, and I'm just going to give that to my mom, and I have a box I picked up for her that has elephants on it and some candy. No more jumping. It's that metallic paint. I love it, but it causes problems, and I need to come back this way. There we go. It's a booster for the pneumonia shot, I think. I think that's what it's for. I could look it up. And then it'll be chopped up. So that's why if I'm doing a background that's going to be chopped up, I just tear the napkin up because then you get a lot of different movement in it. Yeah, this is the booster. It's been the 6 months since the first one, so I've got to have it. Ugh. I told Scott, I said, why isn't your doctor making you get these shots? You're older than me. His doctor put him on 2 meds, and there was one, he scared the daylights out of me last month. It dropped his sugar so bad he was just shaking and he thought he was going to pass out. And we were at Cracker Barrel again then, and I told the girl, I said, can you get me some biscuits out here like right now with jelly? And she ran to the kitchen and got them for me because I told her, I said, if you don't get something out here, he's going to hit the floor. And we didn't have a meter with us. And we both said, you're not taking that again. So whatever that is, glucose something. And it just, woo, that was scary. OJ is fast too. I hadn't thought of that. I just thought, I don't know if he would have cared for the orange juice, but it might have been, better off. We'll see you later, Holly. Milk will too. Scott's not a big milk drinker. I grew up on a dairy farm, so I like milk. My digestive tract, not so much, because when I was little, I was lactose intolerant, but I still drank milk. Just not a lot. Now when I get milk, because we're so used to the almond milk, I have a bad tummy. Ooh, that's good to know too. They probably have that on the table. I will remember all of that because he was just, I mean, he was sitting there and his hands were doing this. And he was just, his coloring wasn't good or anything. We were just sitting there. And he'd been driving the car saying, I don't feel so good. I don't feel so good. I said, if you ever get like that again and you don't pull over to the side of the road and get me in the cotton picking driver's seat, I'm going to kick you. That's good to know too, Susan. Thank you. Bernadette, lay down. What's the matter? You can't go outside by yourself, honey. You can't see a thing. And there's no fence out there for you to go the perimeter of. So you have to stay in. I'm sorry, baby. We'll go out later. Yeah, trash. So he said he's not taking that anymore. And I said, well, you need to let that doctor know that what it does to you, because that is just too fast. All right, I'm ready whenever you guys are. If somebody's ready, just let me know. I've got my flowers on here. I think that's what it is. Let me see if he's still got it on his desk. Yes, Bernadette, I know. I got too much stuff on my desk. He's on Prevestatin tabs and his meloxicam, that's for the arthritis. I think he put the other stuff up somewhere so he doesn't take it anymore. And he takes fish oil tablets and a multivitamin and allergy pills every day, like Zyrtec. But I think it was glucosamine something. We have an alien attack. It's doing it again. It's that metallic paint. I bet it's drying. I bet the glue is drying, so the camera's starting to say, what? Mary's ready. Quit talking, she said. Oh, Mary. Gold. Prompt 7 is gold. Gold. I keep walking over there to my cart, and every time I get up and walk over there, she jumps up and starts to follow me, and then she hears that I've stopped. And so she stops and she waits, and then she turns around and follows me a couple steps. And then when I sit down, she sits down. She's hilarious. Bernadette. The glue's not dry. What are you doing? What are you doing? We stop at the rest stops, you know, coming and going down to the house. And I'll see Scott. We take turns walking the dog as we're take turns going to the restroom. But when I come out, I say, "Hey, Bernadette." And if anybody's standing nearby, they start laughing. Is that dog's name Bernadette? And we're like, "Yep, that's Bernadette." They laugh. Oh, good night, Journey. What time is it? 10 o'clock. I got some gold on there. I might dry it a little bit. Hopefully the camera and the mic won't go crazy. We got rid of the shiny and then I added it back in. So I wouldn't be surprised if the camera starts having alien issues. Okay, JL, I'll pull the next one. All right, I'm going to pull prompt 8. And it says, Doodle. Doodle. It's having some issues. I don't think I'm going to be able to doodle. At least not right away. It's too wet. Might have to dry it some more. Or save the doodle. I might have to save the doodle. What's the matter? Why you need so much attention? Stinky dog. Stinky dog. You're stinky. Maybe I need to do like Jerry said and turn it over and dry from the back. Maybe that'd help. Oh, it's coming alive. It's alive. Well, so far for us, the fish oil tablets have been helping just fine. My triglycerides are down quite a bit. All right. I've got some wet spots still on here, so let's see. Doodle. It says Doodle. Hello to Saison Vintage World. Vintage. Do you do a lot of antiquing? Or are you a retro dresser and wear fashions from the past decades? I'm just going to do little marks. Bernadette, what you doing, girl? Uh-oh. Thank you for the thumbs up. Distressing on furniture. Yeah, the blue was making the camera have issues. It's that extreme sheen paint. And man, the camera didn't like it. Bernadette, get out of trash. What are you doing? Chill out. For an 11-year-old dog, you are very nosy. You're being nosy. What was prompt 7 was gold. Mary's favorite prompt of all time. Gold. I'm going to try to trim some of this off. Bernadette. Did y'all hear that? That's her disgusted. When she's very put out with us, she goes, ugh. She does it when we're driving home. And we just start laughing, which just makes her make it the noise more, because then we're really ticking her off. She doesn't need to go out. She's looking for the cats, and she's a grumpy old lady. I took her out right before I came on. And she should be empty at least for a couple hours. If she really seriously needed to go out, she'd be scratching the door. She really lets me know. All right. Got square edges for the most part again. Yep, gold fixes most everything. How's everybody doing with their doodling? Doodly doo doo doodling doo. Yeah, she's being a good girl now. I think she thinks she's sitting in front of the fan, but she's sitting at the back of the fan, so it's not blowing on her, but she seems happy. I guess the ceiling fan's giving her enough air. Whoops. Did anybody say ready? Yeah, the cats are off on a grand adventure, but Bernadette's in here. I let her out of the crate, so she's making up for there not being any cat herding at the moment. Last night, the cats came in early. Well, Tippy came in and went to bed. The other two, for some reason, they would rather be outside during a storm. Howie likes to get on the porch rail out on the screen porch and just howl at the moon. I don't know. But with her out of the crate walking around, they might not even come to the door. They put up with her, but they don't really like her. They think she's the dumbest thing in the world because she has to go on a leash to go potty outside. She can't just go like they do. If she starts getting more antsy, I'll take her. But right now, she's laying down, being a good girl. I think she'd been cramped in her box too long, and she's just ready to be out. She needs to have a bunch of teeth removed, but I wanted to see how much Scott's car was going to cost before I made that appointment. And I want our vet down in Columbia to do her cleaning and extractions because he knows her. I've got to get settled with a vet and everything up here, but again, it's living between two cities that's just very exhausting. All right, I'm going to pull the next prompt. I hope somebody's ready besides me. I'm going to pull prompt 9. Hi, Mary. Add dots and dashes is number 9. Dots and dashes. And I think I'm going to do it with a paintbrush and paint. Since I'm still dealing with wet, why not add more wet? Oh, it's rough, JL, when you just... And with me, I told Scott, I said, when we get settled up here, I might look for a part-time job just to be out near people again. Because I'm here by myself, all the time. Except when he's home. I'll be right back. I'm just going to get a paintbrush and some water and a paint. You still have water. Get out the floor. You're all right, honey. You don't have to follow me around, baby. I'm just going to paint out the cap instead of put it out. Dots and dashes. A dot, dash, dot. I do not miss Columbia's heat. I mean, it's hot up here, but it's nothing like Columbia. My sister was talking about, she's a runner, and she gets up and she goes running at like 5:30 in the morning. And it was already like 80 degrees and 76% humidity. And she was not liking it this morning at all. I feel so bad for those guys that just roofed our house and garage too. Can you imagine being up on a roof when it's hot like that? Bernie, what you doing, honey? Oops, that dash is not very good, but we're going to go with it. Chet's moving along again. I just like the way red looks. A splash of red with any other color is just so cool. The only thing I don't like is right there, but I'm not going to try to clean it up right now. Oh, I'm sorry, Mary. I see you're still having trouble breathing. Bernie? Bernadette? What you doing in the little room? Come here, honey. That's right. As long as it's not a drip, I'm okay. Hey, baby. I got my new t-shirt on. It says, love yourself, love others, love everyone. Scott said, I like that t-shirt. I said, I did too. That's why I had to buy it. Oh, baby girl. What's the matter? Can you see her down here in the corner? Bernie. Bernadette. She's a goofball. See, I can't see much. Just lights and darks. No, you get out of trash. I know I got my Subway sandwich wrapper in there. You don't need to stick your nose in there. PetSmart said she's due her bath and everything. Sharon is ready. This is number 10. If I can get my fingers to work. Oh, use a water-soluble material. I think I'll get those water-soluble crayons. She just cleared her throat again. She says. What you doing? What you doing? What did I do with those crayons? Did I put them in? What? Whoosh! What are you doing? These are the ones I picked up at Tuesday morning the last month. It's Vicky Bouton art crayons. And I got the reds and oranges. Oh, no, no, no. Don't get in that. I think I'll use this kind of a yellow-orange. Just get the... Try to stay out of the red paint. Let's see what it'll do. Oh, that's cool. These were only $4.99 at Tuesday morning. When you add water, they go real creamy and it moves around pretty good. Should have a bigger paintbrush over here to make it move better. Yeah, at my Tuesday morning, they had these not in the aisle with the craft stuff. They actually had them on a back end cap. If I hadn't walked back there, I don't normally walk to the back ends, because usually on those back ends, they stick like pet stuff. And, you know, I don't usually buy pet stuff at Tuesday morning, but for some reason, I made my way back there last month and I found these. They're pretty creamy when you put them on, but then when you add water, I think these would be a lot of fun to do maybe a fun face with, you know, and go in and do the sketch, do it all with sketchy charcoal or something, and then add some of this and move it around. I don't know. Could be a lot of fun. Sure is adding a lot of color. I had never heard of this brand or about these until I was in Tuesday morning. So I guess I need to look this lady up, because these are kind of cool. See if she has any other products besides the crayons. Has anybody else ever heard of her? Vicky, it's Vicky Boutin, I think. Well, they've been closing the Tuesday mornings, so I keep hoping this one won't close, because there's not another one that I know of anywhere near me. All right. Kind of like the little case they come in too. This brush is really too small for this task. Looking forward to seeing the house. I mean, the roofer took a couple pictures and I shared them on Facebook, but he didn't take any of the front of the house. I'd like to know what it looks like at street level, not just, you know, from an angle to see the roof. I'd like to know what the house looks like. We went with weathered wood shingles, and I think we're going to like them. I'm almost done, so I'll be ready here in just a second. These are going to be a lot of fun to play with. Most definitely a lot of fun to play with. They had another colorway, and now I'm wishing I'd picked it up. Because, you know, with Tuesday morning, you never know if it'll be there the next time you go. So that looks pretty cool. And, of course, keep in mind, this is going to get chopped up and everything. And I'm going to kind of leave this open till that crayon can, because I did run it through some water a little bit. So I'm going to let that dry is what I was going to say. She has a YouTube channel. Okay. Well, I'll have to look her up. All right. And Sharon is ready. So I'm going to pull number 11. And 11 says, add an owl or more. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute, write a positive word or phrase, but I'm going to hold it until the end. Hey, Barb, I opened your mail that you sent me last week that I didn't open last week. I opened it at the very beginning. And I think I did a giveaway at the beginning too, toward the beginning. And I think next time I'm going to do I might do a little giveaway toward the end of the show time, so that everybody that gets here late next time will have a chance to join in. Oh, glitter texture paste. Now see, that's something I could maybe deal with, because loose glitter is one thing, but when it's confined to like glitter glue, or like you say, a texture paste, that texture, I might have to look and see if they've got some of that at Tuesday morning. They sometimes they'll get a little bit of each thing that somebody has out. Me too, Mary. I'd like that a whole lot better than loose. I am trying so hard to use all this loose glitter up. I absolutely hate it. And then I had this. This is that big chunky glitter. It was on clearance one time. And I forced it all into this bottle. And it's probably going to just stay in this bottle. I don't know what I'd ever use it for. But this is a Himalayan salt bottle that I bought salt in at World Market. And I thought, oh, that'd be pretty with that chunky glitter in it. So it might just be like a decorative piece to have in my craft room. Yeah, I've got to use this glitter up. I'm over loose glitter. So over it. All right. I might go ahead and pull 12, and y'all can write it down, and that way I can do whatever 12 says and then add my positive word or phrase after I get them chopped up. Splatters is 12. So you can splatter it with any color. What color do y'all think I should splatter with? You gave all your glitter to the grandkids. I bet your kids like that a lot, Kathy. Coral? Let me see if I've got a coral. I think I do. You hot, baby? Are you hot? I have Terra coral. That'll work. You're sitting there being such a good girl. Thank you. Are you a good girl? Say, I'll be a good girl for a cookie. Say, I like cookies. If you're handing them out, I'll take one. It's not a cookie, baby. It's paint. Are you looking for a cookie? Look at her face. Are you looking for a cookie? I'll go get you some here in just a minute. We're doing my mom's birthday on Saturday, and then Sunday we were talking about visiting Sassafras Mountain. It's the highest elevation in South Carolina at 3,300 and something feet, and they just put in a new observation deck up there, so we might do that Sunday. Hopefully it's open on Sunday. Less is more, less is more. All right, I need to dry it and chop it up, and it'll be good to go. All right, I'm going to talk about what I mentioned earlier about the idea I came up with. One of the items somebody had recommended for a border was a paper doll. And so I got to thinking after watching Mary do the little flapper stamp, I thought, what if everybody drew out a little image of a little like Cupid doll or a little figure with just, bra and panties on or whatever. And then we could do a little stamp with the clothes, and you could stamp the clothes out of different print paper and make little clothes to just glue down on your paper dolls. But then you could stamp a row of paper dolls and then stamp out different clothing and just stick it on there. I thought that would be cute. I'm not as good as Mary is about drawing bodies, but I guess I could sit and practice, see what I come up with. That could be a fun thing to do, and just make up and give to the kids to play with. Even they could make their own dollies and then make clothes stamps that would fit the dollies, and then put the little tabs on them, and they could play dress up with their paper dolls. I don't know if my nieces would do that, play with them or not, but it would be fun to go through the process of making them, I think. All right, I'm going to chop these up. I think they're not dry enough. My poor lady I drew on my thing is all buried now. Let's see. I think I'm going to put a napkin or something on this and pick up some of this loose stuff. I know what I'll do is I'll just open the book I pull stuff out of for this, and I'll just pick up some of that paint. I don't know if Mary wants to do all that carving. I have carving tools. I picked up some of that paint. Little dots. Dry it a little bit more. I think Mary's got enough on her plate. She comes up with so many ideas on her own. She doesn't need our help coming up with more. Let's see. So some of the ATCs will have the dots and dashes running up and down, and some will be side to side. It'll be okay though. Uh-oh. And then this one gets cut at 3.5. My blade is starting to get dull again. Isn't that pretty? Just that strip. Go ahead and cut the 2.5s. sty is really bothering me. So this has been a fun project to do, the artist trading card backgrounds. So now I'm thinking about switching to where maybe take a break from Dirty Dozens for a while and just have a project a week. So think of some projects that y'all might like to do together, and I'll see what I can do about, you know, coming up with things to complete the projects. I would like to have, maybe we do a month-long thing of where we try to each use up a 6x6 pad of paper and get that used up. I'd like to get a bunch of my older stuff out of my stash. I'm ready for some new product. Like today I was looking at some papers, but I refused to buy them until I've used up some of this stuff I already have. It's just crazy to buy more right now when I've got so much already. Bernie, you're going to have to go back in your carrier, honey, for a few minutes because one of the kitties is home. I bet it's Tippy too. And he won't come in if you're running around loose. So now I got to come up with the positive word or phrase for these. These are kind of cool. Maybe I'll put them on this brown piece of card so y'all can see them better, chopped up. So I'm going to assign the groups tomorrow, and they have to be in the mail to your group members before next Saturday because the mailing deadline is the 24th. So that's the backgrounds we did tonight, and I really like them. I think they look really cool. Yeah, I've got mine all in a bag that I've been saving. Let me do some herding of sorts. Bernadette, want cookies? Who's want cookies? Come here. Want cookie? All right, you gotta get in your room. Go in your room. Get the cookie. Go on. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Have a molasses cookie. Is that tasty? Yummy? We'll see which kitty cat wants to come in. It's Tibby! Come on, Tibby! What's the matter? You're jumpy. You want your food down. I forgot. I have food. So, got quite the mess going on between beading with Tanya yesterday. Oh, I'll show you guys the necklace I made yesterday. See, that's the necklace I made yesterday. It's hard to see. ATC's there. It's nothing fancy, and it was made all from not recycled, but thrifted beads that I bought in a package. So I think it turned out pretty. I like colorful necklaces like that. Well, around here, the cats outnumber the dog 4-1. So, yeah. Oh, that's Howard. He knocks. Hi, Howie. Come on. Where's Callie? Callie! Callie's like, I'm doing my own thing, Mother. So I will come up with a little drawing of a little dolly of some sort. Now I was, the paper dolls, if you look up paper dolls on Pinterest or stuff, the fashion dolls are tall and thin. But then I saw this one that was just a real cute little Cupid doll, with her arms, straight out at her sides and her legs kind of just slightly apart, just standing there. She just looks so cute. I thought that would be so much fun to have a base that you could stamp out and maybe fussy cut out, and then have little clothes stamps that you could just stamp out on just simple shapes that you would just stamp out on pattern paper. So you'd have an outline of the sleeves and the dress part, but then the base part of it would just be whatever the pattern of the paper was. So if you had a small print, it would look really cute on there. So I need to come up with positive word and phrase for that. And that's really all I had for tonight. I don't have anything else to share or do, unless you guys can come up with something you want to do for another 30 minutes, because Scott will be home hopefully on time tonight. I was looking out the door to see where he was last night at 11:30, because he's usually here by 11:20, and then my phone went off and he said, I'm back at work, and I was like, So hopefully tonight he'll get home on time. So let's see. Violet, I didn't see you sneak in either. You and Holly have been sneaky today. The little cat on the porch is about to go crazy. I think it's the little cat on the porch. It might be Callie wanting my attention. So I'm going to let you guys go. And Erin, I'll get that in the mail to you as soon as I get your mailing address. And I feel kind of bad because the gal that won my prize I gave away last week gave me the wrong address by one number. She gave me a 9 when it was supposed to be a 0 in one of the positions of her address. And the post office, of course, said it was delivered, but I don't know where it was delivered to or anything. So make sure, double check your address, Erin, before you send it. Before you hit send, because I'm pretty good about as soon as I get the address, I'm at the post office the next day. So you guys take care, and I will see you later. I might do an impromptu tomorrow, but I don't know what time. So have a good one. Bye-bye.